Hi everyone, it's Casey Williams. You know, if you're looking at a Volvo, it's going to be safe. That is an absolute guarantee. It's what the entire brand is built on. But in the past, you know, the designs kind of looked like the boxes they came in. And over the last few years, that's evolved. The cars have become more sporty and a lot more dynamic. And a good example of that's a car over my shoulder. It's the brand new Volvo S60 T6 R design. Let's go have a look at it. Well, sporty or not, you'll definitely recognize the S60 from the front. It has Volvo's traditional grille with a cross badge right here in the middle of it. But being the R design package, you know, it looks a lot sportier too. You have the lower ground effects. Again, just gives a lot more attitude when it rolls up in your rearview mirror. The Thor's hammer driving lamp design right here, and the thin line headlamps. Again, I think it looks very aggressive, looks very good. And you come around the side is when you start to notice the difference in profile in the car. Of course, it's got 19-inch alloy wheels, which really kind of fills up those wheel wells, gives a really beefy, muscular appearance. And you get a little hint of the strong shoulder lines here and also in the back that are also Volvo trademarks. But the rest of it, the car almost has a rear drive proportion to it, you know, more like BMW, Mercedes in the way it looks. This car is actually all-wheel drive. But I think, again, just looks a little aggressive. A little bit of formality here in the rear window line, a little bit of verticalness. But I think the car looks really good. Just curves and lines in all the right places, but nothing overdone. Again, it's a Swedish car. It looks like a Swedish car, which means well-built, luxurious, but also a little bit understated. Come around the back. Again, looks a lot like the bigger S90. Kind of the boomerang tail lamp design here. Twin exhaust outlets, built-in spoiler. And also a pretty roomy trunk. Back seats go down, you got enough space. But you know, the high deck lid just gives you a lot of space back here for luggage, anything you want to get into it. Well, keep in mind this is the sporty R design package on this car. This interior is probably my favorite interior of a car in this class. I just think it's absolutely beautiful what they've done. And Volvo's always had really nice interiors, but they weren't always up to par with the German automakers. I think this one's up to par and surpassed it perhaps. And it just starts, you know, with the materials in here. You got the aluminum here in the center console. It just looks incredibly expensive and very nice. Right here on the dashboard, and again, everything just feels very, very expensive. Stitch materials here. I don't think they're completely leather, but you'd have a hard time telling they're not. And you can tap wherever you want to in this car. And outside of the piano black finish around the controls, you're not going to find anything that feels cheap in this car. Everything just feels very, very nice. And you look at the center console, I think this is really, really cool. The first time I used their infotainment screen, I thought it was a little confusing, but that was only because I hadn't really been educated in how it works. And after that, it really couldn't be any easier. In fact, it's just one of the nicest out there. So on the main screen, you've got navigation. You can click right into it. Click back out of it with the home button. Music's all here, phone, and your weather forecast. One screen to the left, and almost nobody else that I know of does this. Everything you want to do with the crash avoidance systems, the auto parking systems, heads-up display, auto stop start, stability control, all of that is right here. I've got the heads-up display on right now. If I don't want it, I click it, it goes off. Click it again, comes back. You know, sometimes trying to find the switch for the lane keep assist or the adaptive cruise control and trying to turn those on and off is difficult. Adaptive cruise is actually here on the steering wheel, but the lane keep assist, you can turn that off here so it's not buzzing and beeping, you know, in city traffic. Or you get on the highway and you want it on, you turn it right back on here. Again, this does have forward, has the adaptive cruise control, has forward collision, auto braking on it, has rear cross path detection, blind spot warnings, pretty much the full suite of crash avoidance technology. And again, you can get it all right here. It's very, very easy to use. So come back another screen. This has the audio settings, AM, FM, Sirius, your Bluetooth settings, all that's done here. The sound experience, and this is one thing that's really, really unique in this car. So this car has the Bowers & Wilkins audio system in it. And I think that hands down, that's one of the best audio systems ever put in a car. You know, Volvo's now got it in the S60, the S90, and the other cars. I think it's just absolutely divine. It stands up to just about anything in any other car. But one little feature it has is it's got a concert hall feature that's supposed to mimic the Gothenburg concert hall back in Sweden. And it just fills the car with sound. It's great if you've got a live concert on that you've recorded and you want to hear that. It just sounds absolutely beautiful in here. Automatic climate control here. Click right on it, comes up, everything's there. This has heated seats in the front, heated steering wheel. And instead of just having one heated position for the steering wheel, there's three, so you can actually change it to pretty much blazing hot where you almost can't touch it to a nice, warm, comfortable feeling. Has the flat screen dashboard, like I said, heads-up display. I just really like everything that's inside this car. I think it's very comfortable, but it's also very sporty. The seats are, you know, thickly padded. Got the nice dual pane sunroof up here, but just a pleasant place to be. Well, one of the things I really, really like about the S60 with the T6, and the T6 means it has the upper level engine in it. So this engine's both turbocharged and supercharged. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, delivers 316 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. And it's all connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission and an all-wheel drive system. So what that really allows you to do is it just really balances the power band in the engine. So when you're coming off the line, you've got plenty of power and torque, and when you're on the interstate, you have plenty of power and torque. And it's just very smooth. You don't have many dead spots in the power band. It feels very nice no matter where you are with this. This car also has a drive mode select system. So you can press that. You can choose for eco, comfort, individual. You can program the different characteristics yourself, how you want it, and the dynamic. So it changes the steering weight a little bit, changes the shift points for the transmission, makes the throttle a little less sensitive, a little more sensitive or a little less sensitive. So you can really configure the car how you want to drive it. But being a Volvo, this is not a hardcore car. Even in the sport mode, with dynamic chosen, so it's the stiffest suspension setting, you can still drive on city streets and it won't rattle your teeth. And it just feels very quiet and very solid. I just like it. From behind the wheel, and it's a little hard to see in the video, but there's a flat screen. It's got nice big analog gauges, but it's just one glassy screen across there. And the heads-up display, very easy to use. You even see it with my polarized sunglasses, and it works out really well. And on the highway, crank up the Bowers & Wilkins audio system and just settle in and just really enjoy the drive and not worry about it. But it's a Volvo, you feel perfectly safe in it. The car is going to keep you out of trouble the best that it can. And it gives you, the engine and the powertrain to keep yourself out of trouble to begin with. So is the S60 safe? Well, absolutely, it's a Volvo. That's a given. And it's got all the crash avoidance systems you'd want on it, plus all-wheel drive. But this car is also a lot more fun to drive than a lot of past Volvos. You've got the turbocharged and supercharged 4-cylinder engine. And again, it's not a rocket ship, but that's plenty of power for any rational person. It looks good, the interior is loaded, and I love that Bowers & Wilkins audio system. So all this comes at a price. The car starts just under $36,000, which I think for a base model is a pretty good value. This car, as it is, $54,890. And again, that's reaching the upper end of what kind of a compact luxury car should be, but it's right there with its European competitors and American competitors as well. Well, next week we'll have another fun car. Until then, storm forward.